Good evening, guys. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to teach you a very simple bedside test to check the strength of your heart. This test can be done in less than 5 minutes and you can do it in your own home. You don't even need to go outside. This test is not suitable for people with heart disease, so please do not try it. This test is done in 3 stages. At the end of the 3rd stage, I will tell you how to calculate the score and how to interpret the results from your score. You probably need your mobile because we need to use the calculator and the timer on your mobile, and we also need a pen and a paper. Stage 1. I want all of you to count the resting heart rate of your body. So for those who do not know how to count the resting heart rate, so along the thumb side, put your 3 fingers and feel for the pulse and start counting up to 60 seconds. Now it's very important that you are not physically exhausted or emotionally or mentally drained or stressed out before counting your heart rate, because all those things can affect your heart rate, but we want your true resting heart rate. So once you got the number, write it down in a piece of paper, okay? That's stage 1 done. Stage 2. I want all of you to do intense physical exercise for 45 seconds, only 45 seconds only, okay? The best thing could be in the form of squatting. So I want all of you to do as much as you could and as fast as you could for 45 seconds, squats. So once you've done that, stop. If you can't do squatting for some reason like joint problem, you can use stairs. If you have stairs in your home and you can climb stairs up and down, you can do it quickly for 45 seconds. But if you can't do that either for some joint problem, you could probably go out for a run as fast as you can for 45 seconds, and then as soon as you've done that 45 seconds work of physical intense activity, stop, count your heart rate again for 60 seconds while you are still standing. You are not sitting, you are not resting. So count for 1 full minute and write it down in the piece of paper. 2nd stage done. Okay, 3rd stage. Now sit down on the couch, just take deep breaths, relax, rest for 1 full minute. Use a timer on your mobile. So once the full 1 minute is completed, start counting for your pulse rate again for 1 full minute. So now this is the resting heart rate after intense exercise. So now once you've counted the number, put it on the piece of paper. So the test is done. You got 3 numbers on the piece of paper. So add all 3 numbers together. So that's the final number could be like, say for example 300. Now what you got to do is take your mobile, take the calculator, deduct 200 from the total number. So say for example if your number is 300, take away 200, the result is 100. So whatever number you get as your result, divide that number by 10 again. So you will arrive at another number, that's your final score. So if your number is 300, take away 200, 100 divided by 10, then 10 is your final score. So if your number is anywhere between 1 and 5, you got an excellent heart. So it can cope with any amount of physical exercise. So you can even run for a marathon, okay? You got an excellent heart. If you got a score between 6 and 10, you got a very good heart which will cope with most of the physical demands, and you can do any amount of physical exercise. You got a really good heart. If your score is between 11 and 15, your heart is slightly weakened or mild heart defect. It could be in the form of like not able to cope with exercises. You feel a bit of short of breath or some tightness of the chest, if you intensely physically exercise. So that's mild heart defect between 11 and 15. Anything above 15, you may probably have a severe heart defect or a very weak heart, in which case if you intensely exercise or put your heart under stress, you might have real short of breath, or the perfusion, the blood flow to the heart is very much reduced, so you might struggle to even breathe. So if your score is anyway above 15, anything above 15, you might probably want to talk to your doctor, your heart specialist, and you might even be subjected to some tests like treadmill test to find out what's happening with your heart. So that's just a tip, and I hope you find this video useful, and be healthy, be happy, and take care. Bye-bye.